Ever wondered what separates the financial elite from the rest of us? The top 1% don't just make money, they know how to make it work for them. Imagine if you could tap into the same strategies they use daily to grow and manage their wealth. Well, today on Finance in Depth, we're breaking down one of their most powerful secrets, the 60/30/10 rule. A simple yet life-changing approach that can transform the way you think about money. Ready to take control of your finances? Let's dive in. Introduction to Financial Literacy. Welcome to Finance in Depth. Before we jump into the details, let's set the scene. In today's world, financial literacy is more important than ever. Yet studies show that nearly 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck. They juggle debts, miss out on savings opportunities, and face constant financial stress. But what if there was a way to change that? One powerful strategy to build wealth without feeling deprived. That's where the 60/30/10 rule comes in. It's a game changer, used by many of the financially elite to structure their spending and achieve their goals. Overview of the 60/30/10 rule. The 60/30/10 rule is a budgeting method that divides your income into three main categories. Here's how it breaks down. 60% goes towards essential expenses. Think of this as the basics needed to keep your life running smoothly: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation. 30% is for financial goals. This includes saving, investing, and paying off debt. It's the category that builds your future and lays the foundation for financial freedom. 10% is for personal spending. That's right, it's for guilt-free expenses that bring you joy, like dining out, entertainment, or hobbies. This rule is powerful because it balances between covering essentials, building your financial future, and enjoying life today. The 60% for essentials. Let's start with the biggest piece of the pie, the 60% for essentials. These are expenses you must cover to maintain your daily life. Your rent or mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, these are non-negotiables. The idea here is to limit essential spending to no more than 60% of your income. If your essentials are over that 60% mark, it's time to get strategic. Start by assessing your biggest expenses. Could you reduce your living costs by moving to a less expensive area or finding a roommate? What about groceries? Meal planning and buying in bulk can significantly cut down on food costs. Transportation is another area where many overspend. Are you paying for a car that you don't really need? Or could public transport be an option? By keeping essentials within 60%, you create space for other financial priorities. You'll feel less financial pressure and more in control of your money. The 30% for financial goals. Now, let's move to the next 30%, which is dedicated to financial goals. This is where the magic happens. The top 1% know that true wealth isn't just about how much you earn, but about how you grow and protect what you already have. Within this 30%, there are three primary areas: building an emergency fund, investing for the future, and paying off any high-interest debt. First, your emergency fund. Aim to have 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses set aside. This protects you from unexpected life events, medical expenses, car repairs, or job loss. Once your emergency fund is in place, focus on investing. Whether it's stocks, mutual funds, real estate, or retirement accounts, the goal here is to make your money work for you. Investing just 10 to 15% of your income can set you up for significant growth over time due to the power of compound interest. Lastly, there's debt payoff. High-interest debt, like credit cards, can seriously hinder your financial progress. Focus on paying these down aggressively. Many top earners use the avalanche method, where they tackle the highest interest debts first to save the most money in the long run. the 10% for personal spending. And now, the final 10% of your guilt-free spending. Many people overlook this category, but it's crucial for maintaining balance and avoiding burnout. Personal spending is important because it allows you to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. The trick is to make sure that this 10% goes towards things that genuinely make you happy and add value to your life. This could be travel, hobbies, dining out, or any treat that brings joy without derailing your financial goals. Remember, the 60/30/10 rule is flexible. It's about enjoying life responsibly while staying financially secure. Practical tips to implement the 60/30/10 rule. So how do you put the 60/30/10 rule into action? Here are some practical tips to make this system work for you. Track your spending. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to monitor every expense. Knowing where your money goes is the first step to taking control of it. Set up separate accounts. To keep categories organized, consider using multiple bank accounts. For example, one for essentials, another for savings and investments, and one for personal spending. This makes it easy to stick to your budget. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts. That way, you prioritize your future without having to think about it. Review monthly. Your financial situation will evolve, so revisit your budget regularly. Adjust as needed, especially if you receive a raise, move to a new location, or experience other life changes. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the 60/30/10 rule is powerful, there are some common pitfalls. Let's look at a few and how to avoid them. Underestimating essential costs. Many people underestimate essential expenses or try to stretch the 60% too thin. Remember, the goal is to find a realistic balance, so don't cut necessities too much. Neglecting debt. If you have high-interest debt, prioritize paying it down within the 30% category. Ignoring it can lead to years of unnecessary interest payments. Impulse spending. The 10% for personal spending can easily spiral if you're not careful. Avoid this by setting limits and tracking even small purchases. Why this method works so well. The 60/30/10 rule works because it's simple, sustainable, and balanced. Unlike restrictive budgets, this method lets you enjoy life today while building security for tomorrow. You're not depriving yourself. You're setting boundaries that give you freedom within a structure. Financial freedom doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent, mindful management over time. To recap, managing your money like the top 1% is not about having the highest income. It's about making intentional choices with what you have. By following the 60/30/10 rule, you create a roadmap that lets you cover essentials, work towards financial goals, and still enjoy life. Remember, every small decision adds up. The path to financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. Start today, stick with it, and watch your financial stress fade as you build a more secure future. Thanks for watching Finance in Depth. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more financial insights, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment below if you're ready to try the 60/30/10 rule or share your own budgeting tips. Let's take control of our finances together.